Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, for Game 2 between Alliance and Team Liquid. We saw Team Liquid take that first game. It wasn't super dominant. It was very back and forth, but I think it was really mainly due to just Boxy getting so much dual victories on the Legion Commander that it was just too difficult for Alliance to deal with. And yeah, they ended up just getting away with the game eventually. So we'll see what Alliance is able to do to try and bounce back and keep themselves in this series. Well, it's all moving very quickly here so far. So they've already grabbed up the IO as their first pick. That's most likely to be for FNG in the position 5. When you look at the bans, Liquid, they banned exactly the same as they did in the previous game, with the Lifestealer in the Faceless Void. This time Alliance mix up a little bit, and they take it away the Lone Druid and the Earth Spirit. So obviously they took out the IO as they banned out last time. I think they banned Magnus as well, so that is still available. But Liquid, they respond by taking the Dark Willow. This is a Tiger favourite hero. We don't really see him play it as often as we used to. He used to spam the crap out of this thing, but it's definitely dropped off a little bit for the team. They've actually only got, from the last few months, they've only got a 33% win rate with it out of, well, it's only out of 6 games, but even still, you know, all these little percentiles, they add up. But we'll see if they're able to net another victory for it this time. And Alliance, they take up the Slardar as their second pick. It's a very, very strong offlaner already grabbed. And Liquid, they respond with the same. They grab the Mars. 2 very high contested offlane heroes for a lot of teams. They're both providing decent stuns, decent utility with their ultimates as well. So see to what effect both these two teams are able to use these picks. Also, there's always a chance that this IO isn't actually going to be for FNG as a position 5. They might put it into Handskin's hands and use it to actually duo with the Slardar and the offlane. I think it was Secret who's done this before, and the Slardar was just an absolute powerhouse in the early portions of the game, just as IO made him a real goddamn beast. So we'll see if maybe that's going to be the same game plan, and see if they're able to, really benefit off this, or if they are just going to be in position 5. Who knows? Who knows? The Alliance, they ban out the Terrorblade. I don't think that's like a super common pickup for Mickey. Obviously, you can play it, but it's not like it's a high contested hero of his. But they'll take it away anyway. So both teams have potentially got their 3s and 4s picked up. Both very potent offlanes as well. So it will be a struggle for both teams depending on what they're going to pick up for their safe laners. I suppose for Alliance, actually never mind, I was going to say Alliance would be decent for them to get a Lifestealer, but obviously that's already gone. Troll even gets banned out now. Liquid take away the Spectre. So there's this heavy position 1 bans coming out from both sides at the moment. See if more of these bans get focused towards each other's position 1s, or maybe they might swap it out and maybe take away a couple of heroes for the mid laners. I mean, everything's still pretty damn open at the moment. A lot of these drafts can go either way. Liquid, they could still go for like a Drow Venge lineup, because a Drow, I always quite like a Drow when you've got a Mars on your team, because the arena just gives you this huge, massive barrier. It makes a lot of damn space for the Drow. Well, actually, there you go, Alliance just ban it out. So there's that possibility taken away. Liquid actually take away the Shen as their final ban. So they are thinking that this this IO is going to be Hanskin in the position 4 role. We'll see what Liquid's going to grab up for their third pick of this game. Or if it's going to be their final support, or maybe just grab up their mid laner now. So they're going to grab the Undying this time. And now, obviously, well, I say obviously, but that's pretty much going to be in the hands of Insania. Could see some crazy, I don't know, mid Undying. Nah, definitely not. So this is going to be Insania's hero. We'll see what hero they grab out. Definitely a decent hero that could go up against the Slardar. You know, obviously just reducing the Slardar's base strength. As well as Io also being a strength hero, is definitely a lot of worth. And where the Io and the Slardar generally have to be within close proximity to each other, it could potentially set up for a couple of like double decay hits coming out from this Undying. So it's definitely quite a nice position 5 to pick up. See maybe what they grab for Alliance grab. I think they sort of need something that can save Nico Baby if he gets caught out by the spears into the Bramble Maze. So actually to go for the Jakiro. Yeah, okay, I suppose the Ice Path can make a little bit of space. It's obviously not like some super giga save. Maybe something like a Shadow Demon could have been quite nicely. Definitely would have been able to, you know, just disrupt whoever does get hit by the spear. Definitely keep them safe that way. But then Liquid, they're going to follow up by taking the Dragon Knight. So that's most likely going to be for Koifu in the mid lane. It's pretty much guaranteed to be for Koifu in the mid lane. So it's just a big case hero left to pick up for the side of Liquid. A lot of the main contenders have already been taken out of the pool, so we'll see what they're going to go with. You still want someone who can do relatively well up against a Slardar and an IO. Maybe something like a Juggernaut, perhaps? Well, no, even still, because the bash from the Slardar can still pierce through the magic immunity stun, the magic immunity of the spin. So you can't just go for like any spin TPs, but at least you could be a little bit aggressive in the lane, especially if the Undying does get a few nice decay stacks off. Oh, Lions are actually going to take the Juggernaut instead. Never mind. Okay, so there is that, you know, he does have that magic immunity ability to avoid the spear and the arena from the Mars, as well as the Bramble Maze and the Dark Willow. So it definitely works on the side of Alliance too. Can also set up for some decent kills with the Jakiro. The dual breaths providing the slow, and then the Ice Path as well. So could really make sure that Juggernaut gets like a full spin duration off and deals a lot of damage. And Alliance, they ban out the Morphling. So it is literally just both mid laners left. Well, no, sorry. It's the mid laner for Alliance, but still Mickey's hero left for Liquid. So what do Alliance sort of need for their mid laner? Maybe some actual like form of initiation and catch. They could potentially go for a Snapfire, put that into Link's hands, because then once he gets the Aghanim's online, he can start firing the Slardar or the Juggernaut in there. Yeah, I quite like the Snapfire for the side of Alliance. They could actually ban out the Batrider. So see what alliance do actually go for in the end. They've not got a huge amount of time to play with here. Only 3 seconds of reserve time, plus their standard time. Meanwhile, Liquid, they can really think about their final pick. They got dumpers of reserve time still sat in their back pocket. So Alliance are actually going to go for the Lina. Okay. So they are still sort of lacking a real decent bit of initiation. It's probably going to have to be, well, pretty much a guaranteed Blink Dagger coming out for Slardar this game, as he is pretty much going to be the only form of initiation on the side of Alliance. So Liquid's going to snap up for Mickey. So as I was saying, plenty of time to work with, so they don't have to rush into this at all. Maybe a Slark could be quite nice. You could always Dart Pact off the Corrosive Haze from the Slardar, and you can use your ultimate to dodge the Omni Slash if you ever get caught out. Plus, it, you know, if you time it correctly, it will purge off the LSA, the Ice Path. And we'll see what they're going to grab instead. Oh, they're actually going to go for a Medusa. Okay. So, just going for those big Sentry Gun plays now. Just going to sit in the middle of this arena and just auto-attack away for days. So, I mean, look at this lineup. The early game from Alliance, I definitely really, yeah, I think Alliance will definitely come online a bit sooner, as pretty much all 5 of their heroes can do a bit of work without having too much items required. Meanwhile, on the side of Liquid, Mickey 100% needs a bit of farm before the Medusa actually becomes useful. So I think for the first, like, I don't know, 20 minutes, 15 minutes or so, it's basically just going to be a sort of 5-on-4. So we'll see if they're able to capitalize on the potential early aggression they have, or whether if Liquid's just going to be able to, you know, get some nice advantages in the early game and completely negate that fact. But we'll have to wait and see. It's going to be a little bit more difficult for Boxy and Tiger to try and get any kills into the offlane Nika Baby, obviously, as he can just spin and avoid a large portion of the damage. Meanwhile, Hanskin and S4, you know, there's not really any easy way for the Medusa to retreat if he does get caught out. But as I was saying, Undying, he's going to be up against a dual strength lineup, so Insania should thrive in this lane quite nicely. What was that? The hell? I've never seen Medusa do that before. That was weird as shit. God damn, she's a weird lady. She is a weird lady, that's for sure. It looks like all the lanes are going to be pretty standard, as you would expect. So it's going to be Boxy and Tiger going to be going up against FNG and Nika Baby. Meanwhile, it's going to be S4 and Hanskin going up against Mickey and Insania. And then obviously you got Koifer and Limp in the mid lane that will be dueling up. I think Limp, I think it should be a relatively even lane. The Dragon Blood's going to be able to let Koifer sustain himself for quite a long time, especially as, you know, a core leaner in the mid is just going to be going for high points into the Fiery Souls, so really heavily focusing on the attack speed. So the armor bonus from the Dragon's Blood will definitely mitigate a large portion of the damage that Limp's going to be able to dish out. S4's very, very aggressive starter build. Bracer with just a set of tangos. What's Hanskin got? He's actually gone for an early stick. Maybe anticipating the decay spam and the mystic stake spam coming out from Mickey, perhaps. Oh, don't go that way, Hanskin. That's going to be a painful route. So it actually ends up looking like it's going to be a 3-for-1 on the bounty trade-off. Still slight advantage for Liquid. Koifa taking quite a bit of heavy harassment already. Obviously going for that level 1 point of the Dragon Blood, purely just so he can try and guarantee the range creep. But obviously because he doesn't have that, those right clicks really hurt from Limp. Another LSA connection. Slim's off to a nice start so far. But, you know, it will be slightly easier for Koifa once he does hit that level 2. They're only one creep away. And there we go, he has it. Looks like down bottom, Mickey, he's actually been able to farm up quite nicely down here. Quite sat pretty nicely, second position on the CS chart. Normally it's quite difficult for a Medusa to get last hits, just really poor starter damage. Really never see it. Hanskin, Insania, sorry, just huge amounts of decay stack, 16 strength bonus already. Stealing loads for both because it's just been double decay hits every time, as I was saying in the draft, because just the IO and the Slardar have to stay so damn close to each other. A little bit of aggression again applied now by S4. Just charge and straight forward onto Insania. This constant bash is coming out. Didn't want to press further, even though the crush was online. Even still, Limp hugely ahead on CS at the moment. 18-3 to the 10-1 of Koifa. Completely opposite of what happened in the previous game. We saw Koifa just destroy Limp in terms of CS. But you know, swings and roundabouts. Actually, never mind. Koifa's actually getting quite good. He knows I'm watching him, so he's like, oh crap, I better actually hit these. So far, he's secured every single last hit. Oh, misses that one. Tiger, I was going to say, still level 1, so he needs to be a little bit careful. Now does have his level 2, but he's not quite putting a point into anything just yet. See what sort of build he's going to go for, whether he's going to go for the Cursed Crown just to try and easily set up those spears, or maybe if they're going to go for the Dark Realm and try and do more damage. And that's what he's going to do. Shadow Realm, sorry, not Dark Realm. And still, Mickey's just happily farming away. Not really been contested too badly. He is completely out of mana though. Oh, missed that. Up top. First blood actually came out. Boxy getting the kill. Onto Nico baby. Very, very nice target to find. Not quite sure how they managed to get that kill. He must have just been caught off by the spear before he could get his spin off. It looks like FNG stepped out of position. Doesn't actually get connected on by the brambles though, so he will survive for now, but then a nice little couple of tangos pop from Boxy. Sets up for another quick kill. So one apiece so far for Tiger and Boxy up top. Starting to have a real dominance showing. Meanwhile down bottom, Alliance trying to get some sort of counter aggression, but unfortunately it's just too damn difficult getting kills on these two heroes. The Soul Rip coming out from the Undying is too damn potent. The bounty spawn looks like it's probably just going to be a 2-for-2 trade across the map. Well, the two triangle ones left again for the two mid laners to fill up their bottles. Does Koifa even have a bottle? Don't really tend to see bottles on mid Dragon Knights. Not really that much worth, just to regenerate mana. You may as well just get a Soul Ring. There's not actually a coupon up yet. Maybe he's not going to bother at all this game. Comes the first dragon form from Koifa. Going to start trying to apply a bit of pressure just in time with the catapult as well. He doesn't get lucky with the rune though. It does actually spawn, so Limp gets lucky. But even still, Limp's still doing really damn well on last hits. Quite ahead of Koifa so far. And about 400 gold over the top of Koifa as well in terms of actual pure net worth. Looks like Tiger, he's spotted out Nika Baby. He's already used his spin to actually keep himself alive. And the long range spear from Boxy does actually connect. So he falls. The rotation now comes out from Limp. He will get the LSA connection onto Boxy as well. He does have enough mana for a Laguna Blade. But he can't quite commit it in time. And they don't find any sort of return kill. Looks like Limp's is going to try and secure a few of these creep last hits. So he does... He gets a few of the creeps, but unfortunately he can't save Nika Baby's life. In fact, Nika Baby, he's actually just TP into the mid lane. I suppose he's the same level as Koifa at the moment. Koifa just has to TP out. Oh, then up top, once again, Tiger. He gets a kill onto F&G, but quickly returned there by Limp. Taking a blade to the face. Well, looks like down bottom, S4 and Hanskin being able to apply a lot of pressure onto Mickey. There's no support from Insania. All of his skills on cooldown, so he could not help whatsoever. Mickey, pretty easy kill. So both offlanes for both teams are going pretty well so far. Netting kills piece. Obviously, just slightly more kills for the side of Liquid, especially as they've actually forced Nika Baby into the mid lane. I mean, he's going to do quite nicely here, actually. Definitely be able to farm up a bit easier when compared to laning up against Amaz. But this will obviously affect Limp's game. He's not going to be able to progress as fast as he would like to. Probably the fact that he's now going to have to be sharing XP. I think he's happy to, though, purely for the fact that he did have such a good start over the top of Koifa, sorry. Like, if they were a little bit more even, then perhaps Limp wouldn't want to do it and just let Koifa get a nice early lead on him. Team so in place on the high ground from Insania. Getting chased now by S4. Insania's just trying to ring around the roses. More and more zombies are spawning now onto S4 and he's been forced to retreat. So it does actually keep Insania alive. Got pretty dicey there for a moment though. But even still, Mickey, he's happily just free farming away now. Only a couple of hundred gold over the top of Nika Baby though. Despite the fact that Nika Baby has been forced into a pretty dire situation. So see if, well, I imagine Koifer's going to be able to take away this tier 1 tower with the final use of his Dragon Form. I think it was the third one that it took. Or was it? Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's the third one. He's used it twice before. Well, it will be the third one anyway. Actually, just going to charge straight at the tower just to finish it up. Nika Baby actually got a double damage as well. I think he's going to want to try and get a deny here. He's just going to go straight for the Omni Slash. The stun comes out there from Koifer just in time. And he does actually set the tower up for an easy deny there from Lim. So they do lose a little bit of bonus gold there. Oh, meanwhile down bottom. This is guess 4. Maybe wants to do a dive onto a Mickey there, but he ends up moving out. Instead, the rest of the Alliance is going to make a move onto Boxy up top. He tries to go for a TP out, but the Laguna Blade and an Ice Path was there to keep him in place. Even Insania drops at the bot lane as well. So nice moves coming out from Alliance. Making quite a nice bit of space across the map. Looks like probably Mickey's going to be forced to just start farming the jungle now. I mean, he's obviously lots of points into the Mystic Snake. Koifer working towards that Blink Dagger, knowing that they need some form of initiation. I imagine probably Boxy will go for a similar thing. Yeah, so he's queued up the Blink Dagger as well. Both very good heroes have been able to jump in and land a decent stun. Especially for Boxy, you know, obviously the spear dragging people along the path as well, so they could potentially put a couple of members of Alliance into a real dodgy situation. Reno actually gets committed there up top. Even rotation now comes in from Nika Baby as well as to relocate. I don't think they're able to find anything there. They're in full retreat. Out comes the fear from Tiger. It's going to force S4 to actually retreat. So it's just the 2 members of Alliance left. Lim's actually rotated around now himself. Tries to go for an LSA. Does actually end up missing. And now Lim's getting hit quite badly himself. Does actually have the haste range trying to escape. Barely survives from that Shadow Realm hit. Took quite a bit of damage in return. Now S4's the one being focused on. Has to retreat back as well. It doesn't look like anyone's actually going to fall from this engagement. Just the one pick off into FNG. And Koifer's actually just going to stay up here with this Dragon Form rolling. Keep on prodding at this tower. It's literally just FNG here. Everyone else on the side of Alliance have already bailed out. Hans can actually TP the relocate, took him back to the bottom all on his own. But hey, I don't think he minds. A little bit of free farm for an IO. He'll take that. Good lord. True Liquid fashion. 2 million stacks. And all very, very nice for Mickey to start gobbling up right now. Is that a triple stack on the Ancients as well? Is that, yeah, just triple. I say just a triple, but triple stack Ancients as well. So I think it was a quad stack on the mid-tier neutrals as well. Just floods of gold going into this Medusa's pocket. If she even has pockets. Tucks it between a couple of scales, perhaps. And from all those stacks, very nicely sits herself at the top of the net worth chart. Working towards the Manta, so you can have it online at a pretty decent timing. Even Relocate coming up top, they tried to get another grab onto Koifer, but unfortunately, once again, they can't find anything. They've not had a single pick off so far with these relocates. Even a couple of TPs heading back towards the bot lane. Not sure what this mass rotation's all about. I think do they even have vision on S4? Do they realise he's here? They must do. They smoked up Koifer. It actually ends up getting popped. Does this Dragon Form and immediately Blink Dagger straight on top of S4. Even the arena committed. Nothing he can do to survive. The actual Bedlam getting the last hit there. It's Tiger a little bit of bonus gold. So unfortunately, Limp's not really had too much success since that first gank up top. I think his only one kill so far is actually on Tiger. I think he wants to find a bit more. S4 TP's down to the bot lane, charging forwards. Can't quite get the collection onto anyone. At least Limpy does manage to find Koifer's courier. Meanwhile though, Koifer, he jumps straight back on in there, gets the stun onto FNG. Hanskin jumps on in there to try and heal him up. And forces Liquid just to fall back for now. Blink Dagger on Tiger and Blink Dagger on Boxy. Just Blink Daggers everywhere on the side of Liquid. All they care about is reach apparently this game. Interesting set. I understand on Boxy and Koifer as well. Seems quite nuts to put it onto Tiger. He just wants to try and get in range for those big Bedlam damage attacks. There's like quite a few members inside Liquid. They're all rotating down bottom, but exactly the same things happen now from Alliance. I think they just want to bait out S4, use up this smoke. So we're going to see him wait round into the trees behind. Jump forward from Koifer, the stun connection. In comes the fear from Tiger. He actually cancels it, going to put it onto the better two target. Going to force them to just run themselves into the wall. FNG falls, quickly followed by Limp. Even Relocate came in from Hanskin and Nico Baby. What the hell are they going to do? S-Wars is caught off to the side. Hanskin, he's actually going to manage to actually relocate S4 out of there. So nice little play by him. It's going to force Nico Baby to run out on foot. But even still, very nice little moves there by the IO. Keeping him alive. So they only lose 2. But it is Limp. Once again, just slowly delaying his game. Lena's the sort of hero that really loves to go off momentum. So if you can get a nice couple of kills on her and just keep delaying her out, then she does sort of lose her effectiveness relatively quickly. Ice Bar 4 from FNG and the Macro Pile on top does quite a bit of damage to try and control him. The spear there pushes S4 all the way back. So S4 doesn't have any way further to control people and keep them in this Macro Pile to really do the amount of damage that they need. But Lions don't care, they're keeping this charge forward. Hanskin did stay behind just to deny the tower. And doesn't look like anyone wants to hunt for anything else. Nico Baby's just going to farm up these creeps. Liquid's just going to fall back and farm up as well. Meanwhile, this whole business has been going on. Mickey is just free farming away. He does not need to get involved whatsoever. He's got his Manta online. And he's going straight for that MKB as his next item. He's 1600 gold towards it already. Some very nicely on this farm. Well, what's Nico Baby managing to build? He's got his Mask of Madness, and he's actually going for a Battle Fury as well. So he just wants to have some way of being able to actually farm up and trying to keep pace with the farming speed of this Medusa. Obviously, by going this, he is sort of delaying his useful ability to actually apply fights now, but I think he understands that his team is sort of behind at the moment, so they can't just carry on trying to go for some sort of early pressure and abuse the fact that they are 4 versus 5. So he will be forced to go for the Battle Fury and try and play this game for the long term. Koifer working on towards his BKB. Gonna have that pretty decent time in. Boxy, not cute. He's got Perseverance, but what's he gonna make that into? Who knows? There's actually an Ags now online for S4, so he would be able to sustain himself a little bit better in these fights with these massive puddles. We'll see if that's going to be enough to really turn the tide in these fights. It doesn't really seem like it's a trouble for S4 to sustain himself. It's just the fact that everyone else on the team just gets pinned down so easily. And that's where the real problem lies. In the mid, jump forward from Koifer, gets the stun forward onto Limp. Even a jump forward from Boxy now. Arena just about catching Limp in place. That's a very easy kill. Looks like they're keeping the aggression going. They just got a spot onto Hanskin, but he manages to tether off to the side. Where's this relocation target from? I'm not quite sure. Oh, right there. Poor Hanskin. 2 easy kills for the side of Liquid. I mean, it's always scary when you're behind against the Medusa lineup. It really is. Nico Baby just goes for a little spin TP out. Oh. Nice still grab there by Boxy, killing the courier of S4. Even S4 tries to charge him forward onto Boxy, but he will spear him back. S4 doesn't care, he's still charging forwards here. FNG is the only one who's close by, and he's not even going to be here really soon. Tiger's picking him out. He wants to have a go at him. But I think Boxy's just a little bit scared. He doesn't know who else is around. I think that ward just spotted out FNG moving in. So we do see the that gold difference closing in between Nico Baby and Mikael Nettle. We got that bomb actually. It really did get dropped. Did pin S4 to the side, but there wasn't any more utility to hold him in place. Nice ice path there from FNG. Locking Mickey and Tiger down. So S4 will be able to escape with his life. Relocate, down bomb. That's actually for an engagement. For S4, he did end up dropping. Looks like Tiger will die as well, but I don't think he really minds all that much. Position 4 for a position 3. Even though Tiger is actually worth a little bit more gold. Still, nice little relocate there by Hanskin, allowing Nico Baby to get another kill. Just try and ramp up his game as much as he can. BKB now on 9 for Koifa, but I think he did get scouted obviously because he got delivered right in the middle of the lane. So Alliance will be aware for this item timing. Looks like Liquid are trying to set up for some sort of play down bottom. All 5 heroes are down here. It's literally just FNG and Limp there, and I think Limp's going to bail out, so all they're going to be able to find is the potential grab onto FNG. Not exactly the highest priority kill in the world. So they could just potentially ignore him and try and give it to someone else, but actually never mind. Koifa doesn't care. A kill's a kill to him. So FNG falls. They might just keep this pressure going, seeing as how they do have this Dragon Form online for a very long time still. Actually going to move up into the triangle. Limp is still farming this up, and it will actually get scouted out by Insania. But Limp falls back just in time. But even still, Koifa the siege away. Oh, jump forward from Boxy. He gets the arena grab onto Limp, pins him to the side. Limp just managed to get his BKB off the line. Now he's going to turn his focus onto Boxy. Oh, the Lotus Orb came out, refracting quite a bit of that damage. But even still, Boxy's just left all alone. He does end up dropping. No one else on the side of Liquid was anywhere nearby. Koifa's actually still hitting onto this tier 2 tower. But S4's on the hunt. He wants something else. He doesn't have any easy ways of closing that gap. Still no Blink Dagger available for him. Fear from Tiger does actually connect onto Nico Baby, so it will force the aggression back for now. And Koifa's actually just hiding in the trees. We'll now go for a TP. It must have been on cooldown. Yeah, it's got that returned Guna Blade. It definitely did damage, right? I'm not just imagining that. Even though, you know, it's magical and he had a BKB activated, so it really shouldn't have. Weird. Maybe my mind's just playing tricks on me. Who knows? I have to watch the video at the end. Check the replay. Longer than expected. Rip. No dietide today, son. Busy casting. Stun there onto S4 from Koifer. Does get hit by the Ice Path though, so he's locked in place, but the Bramble Blaze was holding S4 back for long enough. It doesn't look like either team really wants to commit too hard at the moment. Both just sort of stand on their own little halves of this jungle. But Koifer, he wants to do Rosh. He's actually just going to force the rest of Liquid to go into it. Even though a lot of members of Alliance were nearby, but I don't think Alliance realised what's going on. They will actually scan it now, so they realise this is happening. It's down to half HP. We'll probably see a relocate coming in from Hanskin and Nika Baby soon to try and make sort of defense. The jump forward from Koifer actually duped out the stun that came out from S4. Limp now getting focused up. He does have his BKB activated, so he's not going to fall easily. But finally the relocate comes in from Hanskin and Nico Baby. They're trying to find something. Limp did actually eventually fall in the background. Nico Baby now just left all alone. Hanskin, he's going to relocate back out. S4 is taking so much damage. What the hell? The Omni Slash finally comes out. It's doing quite a bit of work. He does get the finishing kill onto Tiger at least. Even though pinned back there onto the outside of the wall from Boxy. And that's Nico Baby drop. FNG and Limp is trying to run away now. FNG looks like he probably will end up falling. I don't think there's going to be any way for him to escape this. Tries to hide into the trees. But he gets spotted out by Koifer and he drops. There's even a buyback on Limp as well. That fight really going poorly for Alliance there. End up losing 4 heroes plus a buyback, and all they get in return is a kill onto Koifer. Not Koifer, sorry, Tiger. And then it's still a free Roach. Imagine it's obviously going to go into the hands of Mickey for that Aegis. Even queued up for the Skadi as this next item. He's got his NKB online. This is a damn fat Medusa. So unfortunately, I think that Alliance they've sort of lost their timing now. Like, they really need to try and make a lot of work happen in those early portions of the game, but Boxy and Koifer, they're just so damn massive that it was too difficult for Alliance to really get too much of an advantage. And all they've done is just keep making more and more space for Mickey, and Mickey is real damn big now. Real big. AC queued up for Koifer, BKB queued up for Boxy. We'll have that online soon. And what's Alliance got queued up? Nico Baby, he's still going for that Skadi himself. About 1,500 gold away from finishing that up, so it's not too far off. Right, is that 1,500 gold? Yeah, about 1,500 gold away. Hanskin's... I think he bailed on bothering to get a... going for Garden Greaves. Just going to leave it with the mech. So what's Limp's BKB? It's down to 8 seconds. It's not too bad. It's only used it twice so far. But even still, Liquid, they've taken down the tier 2 bottom, and they're just going to immediately push up to the high ground now. It's going to force everyone on the side of Liquid Alliance to fall back. Otherwise, they're just going to end up losing an entire lane here. They don't have a glyph available. Well, that's up in 5 seconds. They're actually jumping quite a bit onto Koifer there. But the Soul Rip comes out, and he's basically up to full HP once again. There's even a repair kit as well that's going to delay this push. But Mickey, he's actually out of the range of the tower. He's just sieging it from afar. Really got that obnoxious to deal with. S4 is just making loads of puddles, trying to make some sort of front line, but Boxy, lovely spear back, pushes S4 right into danger, and he drops super quick. He doesn't even have a buyback. This will just be a 3-lane of Rax now going towards Liquid. They can't, Alliance can't do anything with only 4 of them, especially seeing as how S4 is pretty much their only frontliner. Jump forward from Koifer, even with the Bramble Maze there from Tiger, just locking Limp down. But it's too late, the lane is gone. Even though Mickey got his Skadi delivered at the end of that engagement, so he didn't even have it for all of that, and it didn't matter. Finally, Nico Baby finishes up his own Skadi. So he does have something to play with for the next engagement, even queued up for the Ags. Wants to get those little mini Omni Slashes on the go. Nearly got spotted out there by Boxy. Boxy does actually see him. Unfortunately, the spin comes off just in time, so he's able to avoid a lot of that damage. But the right clicks coming out from Mickey are pretty damn potent. Tiger, he nearly gets dropped. Nico Baby now just trying to focus fight. Will commit his Omni Slash. It jumps towards Tiger, but a large portion of that duration is completely cancelled out. Jump forward from Boxy. Just a connection onto the trees. There is a spin up now, so Nika Baby might be able to retreat. Even with the healing wards. The heal's coming out from Hanskin as well. So Nika Baby will be able to survive. So Alliance, they do get the grab onto Tiger at least. So they find something. And all they really have to use is the Omni Slash. Necropie was used as well, but it's a relatively short cooldown. So we'll have that online pretty soon as well. Boxy, he's scouted out by S4. S4 now jumps in, doesn't get the bounty rune. Just applying a little bit of pressure. The spin comes up from Nika Baby. Boxy, he's going to pop his BKB. He's just taking no damage from anyone. These right clicks from Nika Baby don't hurt him at all. And now everyone else on the side of Liquid have rotated around. Hanskin just gets burst down from all the damage coming out from Mickey. The arena comes out, locks S4 and Nika Baby in place. They fall. Lip tries to go for the BKB TP out. And Hanskin, FNG makes it as well. So those two will survive. But it's heavy losses on the side of Alliance. Just way too much committed for Boxy. And he was taking 0 damage. Nika Baby was laying into him and his HP bar was not moving. That is real damn disconcerting if you're Alliance. Now Liquid, they're just going to start working down the mid. There's no buyback on Nika Baby. Not for 50 seconds. S4 probably will be up to keep the barracks alive, but I think the tier 3 will probably fall in this duration. Mind you, there is actually a glyph available. The jump fall from Koifa again, gets a stun onto FNG, spear back from Boxy. FNG drops. The Aegis is now reclaimed, but Liquid do not care about an Aegis at all. Mickey's just not going to die either way. So what do they care about it? The tier 3 falls, work on the melee barracks. Wow, it's just taking so much damage. That falls, the range racks falls, and then Liquid, they just fall back. And now they'll just rinse repeat, do exactly the same process on the tier 2 towers they've done at the bot lane and the mid lane. Especially seems like there's no glyph available at all for 4 minutes. I think Liquid, they're a little bit scared. They don't want to push in just yet. Maybe they just want to wait for the next Roshan. They don't want to push their luck, potentially. Roshan is up in 2 minutes, possibly. And then we'll maybe wait and see for that to be up to decide what their next move's going to be. But Mickey just finishes up another item. He's got his butterfly coming out on the courier now. And now just going for the Daedalus as his next item. Jump forward from Koifa, gets the Dragon Stun onto Nika Baby. It's just a little bit of harassment though. And the Dragon Form popped now by Koifa. He starts sieging onto this tier 3. Macropie comes out onto Mickey. Flying forward from Mickey there though with the Stone Gaze popped. All three get caught out by the Ice Path though. But Jesus Christ, the damage that came out from Mickey. FNG just melted. Mickey's way too strong. There's nothing they can do about this. All their barracks are falling. Arena comes out. Will connect onto a couple of them. S-Force is trying to do as much space as he can. But Mickey, he doesn't even care. He's being tickled to death. He's still full HP, basically full mana as well. It's absolutely insane amount of damage coming out. These multi-shots wrecking everyone on the side of the lines. Finally an Omni Slash comes out. We'll see how much damage they're able to do. S4, nice double stun onto Insania and Mickey as well. They're still trying to do as much as they possibly can to Mickey. His HP's hardly moving. He's just going to stand his ground and keep on firing. S4 drops, Nika Baby drops, Limp drops. Everyone's gone. And Alliance, they called it. They are done. They are out. They don't want to have any more. Just that the Sentry Gun Medusa was just way too potent. They could not do anything about it. Just absolutely crushed. I mean, their lineup was really heavily relying on having a good start to this game and trying to snowball off and take some good advantageous fights in the mid game. But Boxy and Koifa, they were just too big. They were too big. They were too strong. And Alliance, they just could not actually fight 5-on-4. Like 4 heroes on the side of Liquid was too much for him. And then once Mickey was farmed enough, it was a 5 versus 5, and it was even worse for him. So well played to Liquid though, absolutely destroying Alliance in that second game. Really well played by them, much deserved victory. So unfortunately, well obviously Alliance aren't out of the tournament because it's only round robin at the moment. So they'll hopefully be able to bounce back and take it on for further series. Is that a word? Who knows? But even still, it's not over for them. They can still change a couple of things. Maybe Yeah, maybe they just have an off day. Who knows? We'll have to wait and see. But even still, well played to Team Liquid, taking it 2-0. But if you guys enjoyed the stream and the content I've been able to provide, then please think about following me on Twitch, Twitter, or YouTube. I post on Twitter what I'm going to be casting in advance, and I put all the videos I have done onto YouTube as well. So, yeah, if you're interested and you want to support me and you like what I'm able to do, then yeah, please think about following me in the future. And hopefully I'll see you for the next series, which is going to be Nigma versus Virtus Pro, which will be coming up pretty soon. So hopefully I'll see you there. Cheers.